Welcome to the channel. Coffee. For many of us, it's a ritual, a companion, and an essential part of our daily routine. But beyond its ability to awaken our senses and fuel our productivity, coffee holds a world of surprising health benefits. Today, we're diving deep into the world of coffee, separating fact from fiction and exploring the incredible ways it can enhance our well-being. While most of us associate coffee with its ability to fight fatigue and sharpen focus, its influence extends far beyond a simple caffeine kick. Caffeine, the star player in coffee, steps in as a clever imposter, binding to adenosine receptors. Instead of slowing things down, caffeine blocks adenosine's effects, essentially releasing the brakes and setting our systems into overdrive. This interaction is at the heart of coffee's stimulating effects, explaining why that morning cup can transform us from groggy to alert. Coffee's reach extends far beyond our brains, impacting our hearts, livers, muscles, and even our risk of developing certain diseases. Imagine adenosine as the gentle hand of relaxation, gradually slowing down your body's systems as the day progresses. When adenosine latches onto its receptors in the brain, it slows down neural activity, inducing feelings of calmness and sleepiness. Enter caffeine, a molecule with a knack for mimicry. Caffeine's structure closely resembles that of adenosine, allowing it to sneakily bind to those same receptors. With adenosine out of the picture, your brain shifts into high gear, experiencing increased alertness, focus, and even a temporary boost in cognitive function. Your heart, no longer held back by adenosine's gentle restraint, may pump a little faster, delivering an invigorating surge of energy. Coffee's influence extends far beyond a simple caffeine kick. Caffeine stimulates the adrenal glands, prompting them to release adrenaline into the bloodstream. This surge of adrenaline is what gives us that familiar coffee buzz: increased heart rate, heightened senses, and a burst of energy. Caffeine encourages the liver to release stored glucose into the bloodstream, providing a readily available fuel source for our muscles and brain. Even our digestive systems feel coffee's presence, promoting bowel movements and acting as a natural laxative for some individuals. While the immediate effects of coffee are well known, the surge of energy, the heightened focus, its long-term impact on our health is often shrouded in debate. Emerging research suggests that regular coffee consumption may offer protection against a range of chronic diseases. Studies have linked coffee intake to a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even certain types of cancer. However, it's important to note that not all coffee consumption is created equal. The key to reaping coffee's rewards lies in moderation, mindful consumption, and a focus on quality over quantity. Let's face it, coffee's reputation as a fatigue fighter and focus enhancer precedes it. As we learned earlier, caffeine, coffee's star player, works its magic by blocking adenosine receptors in the brain. This surge in brain activity translates into tangible benefits: increased focus, improved reaction time, and a boost in cognitive function. We become more adept at processing information, solving problems, and staying on task, even when fatigue tries to creep in. Studies have shown that even small doses of caffeine can significantly improve alertness and reduce reaction time. Coffee's benefits extend beyond a simple energy boost. Research suggests that this beloved beverage can actually enhance cognitive function, improving memory, learning, and even creativity. By increasing levels of dopamine and other neurotransmitters in the brain, caffeine creates an environment conducive to learning and memory consolidation. Studies have shown that caffeine can enhance both short-term and long-term memory recall. Furthermore, caffeine's ability to improve focus and alertness can indirectly boost creativity. Beyond its cognitive benefits, coffee also holds a special place in our hearts for its ability to lift our spirits and brighten our moods. Caffeine stimulates the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and reward. Studies have shown that coffee consumption is linked to a reduced risk of depression. By promoting a more balanced brain chemistry, coffee may act as a natural mood stabilizer, helping to ward off feelings of sadness and anxiety. Furthermore, coffee's social aspect plays a role in its mood-boosting powers. Sharing a cup of coffee with friends, family, or colleagues creates a sense of connection and belonging, contributing to overall well-being. Athletes and fitness enthusiasts, listen up. Coffee isn't just a pre-workout ritual for a mental boost, it can actually elevate your physical performance. caffeine stimulates the release of adrenaline, a hormone that prepares our bodies for physical exertion. This surge of energy translates into improved endurance, allowing us to power through workouts with greater stamina. Studies have shown that caffeine can enhance athletic performance in various disciplines, from endurance sports to high-intensity activities. Beyond its energy-boosting effects, caffeine also acts as a natural pain reliever, increasing our pain threshold during intense workouts. While we often associate coffee with its immediate effects on our brains, the alertness, the focus, emerging research suggests that this beloved beverage may also offer long-term protection for our most vital organ. Coffee's neuroprotective effects are linked to its rich antioxidant content and its ability to modulate brain chemistry. Studies have shown that regular coffee consumption is associated with a reduced risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. Caffeine's ability to block adenosine receptors is thought to play a role in this protective effect. Furthermore, coffee's ability to enhance dopamine levels may also contribute to its neuroprotective properties. Beyond its brain-boosting and performance-enhancing benefits, coffee has emerged as a potential ally in the fight against various diseases. Studies have shown that regular coffee consumption is associated with a reduced risk of developing certain types of cancer, including liver cancer, colorectal cancer, and breast cancer. Coffee's rich antioxidant content is thought to play a key role in this protective effect. Furthermore, coffee has been linked to a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Even our livers, the body's primary detoxification organs, seem to benefit from coffee's protective embrace. Studies have shown that coffee consumption is associated with a reduced risk of liver disease, including cirrhosis and liver cancer. Okay, let's move on, or to how coffee affects our liver. Coffee can cause the risk of fibrosis of this organ, which is a consequence of side effects due to external factors, e.g. alcohol or toxins. However, importantly, caffeinated coffee has effects in controlling liver scarring, decaffeinated coffee does not. Interestingly, the effects in relation to fibrosis of infection in patients with viral hepatitis C, this effect is achievable with the consumption of 100 milligrams of caffeine per day, i.e., about 1 dose of the drug. A huge advantage of a coffee drink with caffeine is the possibility of using the risk of cirrhosis of the virus, and importantly, effects not achieved for other caffeine drinks. Now let's discuss coffee's effect on the kidneys. Does coffee increase the risk of kidney stones? Frequent urination is a common side effect for regular coffee drinkers, and this is due to caffeine's mild diuretic properties. However, coffee may actually reduce the risk of kidney stones by increasing the excretion of calcium ions and lowering the concentration of oxalic acid, a component of kidney stones. Coffee, despite its popularity and proven health benefits, often finds itself entangled in a web of myths and misconceptions. One persistent myth is that coffee dehydrates the body. While it's true that caffeine has a mild diuretic effect, moderate coffee consumption is unlikely to lead to dehydration. Another common concern is that coffee causes heartburn or worsens acid reflux. Another common problem is that coffee causes heartburn or aggravates gastric reflux. And now let's answer the question, can coffee cause heartburn? Of course we would like to answer in the negative, but the data clearly show that coffee consumption may be related to the occurrence of heartburn. Where does this property of coffee come from? It is about the effect of coffee on the muscular tissue of the stomach and the relaxation of the lower esophageal sphincter, which is the border for the esophagus and stomach. As a result of the decrease in the tension of this muscle, regurgitation of food from the stomach is easier and is felt as a burning or stinging sensation in the esophagus. And here is an important tip. If you have a tendency to hyperacidity, do not drink coffee on an empty stomach, but only sometime after a meal. Is coffee responsible for the appearance of stomach ulcers? As one of the latest scientific studies shows, as many as 95%. Cases of stomach ulcers are attributed to the use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, the presence of the Helicobacter pylori bacteria, but also to smoking cigarettes. In turn, Japanese researchers managed to exclude any effect of coffee on stomach diseases, including, of course, ulcers. The summary of this study states that there is no significant relationship between coffee consumption and the 4 main disorders of the upper gastrointestinal tract related to hyperacidity. The results of this study might seem a bit strange to us, since we know that in a sense coffee causes the production of gastric juice, or hydrochloric acid. However, in the stomach in an acidic environment, not all antioxidant and relaxing properties come to the fore through their effect on the muscular layer of the stomach. It turns out that coffee is not only caffeine, but chlorogenic acid, an ingredient in coffee beans, has a positive impact on stomach function, which in scientific studies turns out to regulate damaged mucosal surfaces. The relationship between coffee and blood pressure is often a source of confusion and concern. While it's true that caffeine can cause a temporary spike in blood pressure, this effect is usually short-lived and less pronounced in regular coffee drinkers. Our bodies tend to develop a tolerance to caffeine's effects over time. Some studies suggest that regular coffee consumption may actually be associated with a slightly lower risk of developing hypertension. However, individuals with pre-existing heart conditions or uncontrolled hypertension should consult with their healthcare providers before making any significant changes to their coffee consumption habits. Magnesium and coffee. Friend or foe? Unveiling the truth about mineral depletion. The myth that coffee depletes magnesium is a persistent one, often circulating in health and wellness circles. This concern stems from the observation that caffeine can increase magnesium excretion in urine. However, what this myth often overlooks is that coffee itself is a source of magnesium. A typical cup of coffee contains a small amount of magnesium, which may offset any potential losses through urine excretion. Furthermore, studies investigating the long-term effects of coffee consumption on magnesium levels have yielded mixed results. Some studies suggest that regular coffee drinkers may have slightly lower magnesium levels than non-coffee drinkers, while others have found no significant difference between the two groups. It's important to note that factors such as overall diet, stress levels, and individual variations in magnesium absorption can all influence our magnesium status. 300 milligrams of magnesium can be found in approximately 3 cups of coffee. However, let us remember that 1 cup of coffee contains approximately 7 milligrams of magnesium, so 3 such cups will provide us with 21 milligrams of magnesium. So, subtracting 4 lost milligrams from the 21 milligrams of coffee, as it is easy to deduce, we still have some 17 milligrams in the plus. So coffee provides the body with magnesium and does not cause its loss. Checkmate. The balancing act. Weighing the pros and cons of coffee consumption. Coffee, like many things in life, presents us with a balancing act. On one hand, we have a beverage brimming with potential health benefits, from boosting brain power to protecting against chronic diseases. On the other hand, we must acknowledge that excessive consumption or individual sensitivities can tip the scales towards potential downsides. For the majority of healthy adults, moderate coffee consumption, typically defined as up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, is considered safe and even beneficial. This translates to roughly 4 cups of brewed coffee, although caffeine content can vary depending on the brewing method and type of coffee beans used. However, it's crucial to listen to our bodies and be mindful of our individual responses to coffee. Some individuals are more sensitive to caffeine's effects and may experience anxiety, insomnia, or digestive discomfort, even with moderate consumption. Furthermore, certain groups, such as pregnant women, individuals with heart conditions, or those taking certain medications, may need to limit or avoid coffee consumption altogether. Consulting with a healthcare provider is always recommended for personalized advice. Finding your coffee sweet spot. Tips for healthy and enjoyable consumption. Navigating the world of coffee can feel overwhelming, especially with so much conflicting information swirling around. However, by following a few simple guidelines, we can maximize coffee's benefits while minimizing potential risks. Timing is everything when it comes to coffee consumption. Avoid drinking coffee close to bedtime, as caffeine's stimulating effects can interfere with sleep. If you're sensitive to caffeine, consider enjoying your coffee earlier in the day to allow ample time for its effects to wear off before bedtime. Quality matters. Opt for high-quality coffee beans from reputable sources, as these are more likely to be free from contaminants and pesticides. Experiment with different brewing methods to find what suits your taste preferences. Finally, embrace moderation. While it's tempting to reach for that extra cup when fatigue strikes, remember that more is not always better. Listen to your body's cues and find your coffee sweet spot, the amount that provides a gentle energy boost and enhances your day without leaving you feeling jittery or disrupting your sleep. Embracing coffee's potential for a healthier, happier you. As we reach the bottom of our coffee cup, filled with newfound knowledge and appreciation, it's clear that this beloved beverage is far more than just a morning pick-me-up. Coffee, with its intricate blend of compounds and its fascinating interactions with our bodies, holds remarkable potential to enhance our health and well-being in surprising ways. From its ability to sharpen our minds and fuel our workouts to its potential to protect our brains and ward off diseases, coffee has earned its place as a true superfood. While myths and misconceptions may continue to swirl, we can now confidently sip our coffee, knowing that we're not only indulging in a delicious treat, but also nourishing our bodies from the inside out. The key, as with most things in life, lies in balance and moderation. Embrace the ritual of coffee, savor its aroma, and enjoy its energizing effects, but always listen to your body's cues. Pay attention to how coffee makes you feel, both physically and mentally, and adjust your consumption accordingly. So, the next time you reach for that steaming cup of coffee, remember its incredible journey, from the humble coffee bean to the complex elixir that awakens our senses and nourishes our cells. Embrace coffee's potential, savor its flavors, and toast to a healthier, happier you. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, I invite you to the next episode. Take care, and see you soon.